It's time for Paris Tiger Sports on the Paris Sports Network. Brought to you by White Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning, Lot 50 Brewing, Church Insurance Agency, Cargill Dry Corn Ingredients, Diamond Brothers Insurance, Ingram Waste Disposal, Seed Solutions, Allied IFS, Country Financial, Lake Ridge Christian Church, State Farm Insurance Agent Terry Elliston, Eagle Ridge Golf Course, Diamond Financial Consultants, Soleil Body Salon, Great Heart Seed, and our affiliate sponsors, Dan and Sherry Hutchings, Steve and Lynn Young, Paul and Kathy Porter, Denny and Mary Lou Pine, Tom and Marnita Stuck, Doc and Donna Moody, Jeff and Stephanie Moody at Moody Farms, Chad and Stephanie Crampton, and Mark, Amy, Salem, and Sarah Isa.
Good evening and welcome to the Paris Sports Network. We are set to bring you volleyball action tonight from our YouTube channel. This is Clay Bess bringing you the action. Sitting out here at Paris High School. We are watching the stream from Tuscola High School. Fresh soft match has wrapped up and we are set for JV action right at 6 o'clock here. Appears Tuscola's NFHS stream does not have a scoreboard, so obviously I'll do my best to keep you on track of the score. Might be able to see the scoreboard from the opposite end. But right now we are watching Sarah Wells get this underway for your Tigers. Her first serve, knocked back over by Tuscola. Hunting for that back corner, couldn't get to it. Wells snuffed that out. Back to the Tuscola side. And a swing down to the court and out of bounds, point Paris. You will notice that Lexi Collins is wearing the libero white tonight for the Tigers. Collins, Wells, Harkar, Jaden McClaskey, Jaden Bishop, and Aubrey Leader, the starters for your Tigers, as Tuscola gets on the board, their first kill. Appreciate you joining. We will have Varsity to follow. I think the schedule read that JV would start at 6:15. That fresh soft game wrapping up fairly quickly. Allowed this game to get started sooner, so JV starting a little sooner. I'm sure Varsity will too. At least that'll be the plan for your Tigers. They now lead 2-1. Serve from Paris, handled by Tuscola. Dig from Collins. Set and a swing, this time Harkar. Tuscola handles. Harkar got it across again that time, and then Paris unable to track that one down deep beyond the baseline. 2-2. Tuscola serving. Leader gets a swing on it. Tuscola handles. Wells is set for Harkar. Roll shot. Then it catches Tuscola off guard, but the Warriors unable to get it back over. Point for Paris. Tigers coming off a hard-fought match last night against Hudsonville Palestine. I'm sure I'll bring that up again in the varsity contest as this hit from Tuscola sails long. Point for Paris. JV Tigers had to go 3 sets to defeat Hudsonville Palestine. Another one too long for Tuscola. Point Paris. sure I wasn't the only one that was surprised by Hudsonville and impressed by that team. Height on the roster, good athletes on the roster, and a few of those girls you could tell been at this sport for quite a while, and that reflects in their varsity record. I was checking that before we got to the game. Another point to Paris there. McClaskey serving. But Tuscola is able to avoid the Paris block and landed right in front of Jaden. Point for Tuscola. They on their serve back. It's 6-3. Paris leads. Free ball over from McClaskey. Dug out by the Tuscola libero. And a swing, no tip, out of bounds. Point Paris. Going to be working without rosters again this evening. I checked max preps for those. And we're 1 for 3 so far on teams putting rosters on max preps, and bugged Kurt Pinkston one time to have him send me rosters, and he did that, but didn't feel like bugging him again tonight. Paris in their offensive end. Harkar is going to get it a swing. She was fading backwards ever so slightly, and that was enough to throw her off. She rattled one off the antenna. Point Tuscola, and it's 7-4. Leader dug that one. Harkar another swing. This one is over and to the floor. Point and kill for Jacoba Harkar, who will now serve. Looks like Bishop checking back in. Just now thought to see if she had her thigh heavily wrapped as she did in last night's match. Looks like she might have went without the wrap tonight, as this one's unable to be controlled. They're going to look like what's the up judge wondering here? Few people in the gym have their hands up. I think Jacoba was doing the same thing back to him. So either way, point Tuscola. Now 8-5, and this serve is going to be an ace. Jaden McClaskey thought that one was going to land out of bounds. Looked like it was right on the line, maybe a foot in. It's tough to tell there. Basketball court got a checkerboard design. That yellow line blends into it. Outside the three-point line, here's a hefty swing from Tuscola. Down to the floor, point Warriors. Again, thank you for joining us here on the Paris Sports Network. We started a little early for this JV match in Tuscola. Right about 6 o'clock is first serve. We're going to get a hitting violation, double hit. That was Wells with the infraction. Wells played well last night on varsity time. That squad that which we haven't talked a lot about, going to lose a handful of seniors. That's obviously a lot of production. But the younger Tigers coming through. Here's a swing from one of them, Kendra Young. That was handled by Tuscola, but Young gets right back up and attacks the overpass and puts one down to the court. Point Paris. She's one of a bunch of Tigers to be excited for in this volleyball program. A team that's still looking to put numbers up on the banner. Obviously been rooting against Flora here as of late, trying to win the conference outright. Here's another good swing from Tuscola. Point for the Warriors. 9-8. Tuscola's serving. Maybe 9-9. No, that's right. 9-9. Read my tally marks wrong. Anyway, team program looking to put numbers up on the banner. Been rooting against Flora. Flora has been able to hold their own, and looks like they're going to take care of business. As another point there for Tuscola. But we do know there's no postseason play, so There'd only be one number going up on that banner when you have a varsity team like Paris does. That could easily pull off a regional victory, if not much further in a postseason play. So that is disappointing for the varsity team, and I won't bring that up in the varsity match so we don't have to be too sad here on the broadcast. But looking ahead to the younger talent this program has running through it, going to be plenty of other options to put numbers up on the banner here at Paris High School. Another hitting violation on Tuscola. Their offense couldn't get over the net. That ties it back up. It's 10 apiece. Emily Wells serving. Handled by Tuscola. Pushed across. Dug out by Bishop. When a swing for leader off a Warrior out of bounds, and that one might have jammed a finger or two. Point Paris. That Lady Warrior is going to stay in the match. And it's 11-10. Paris leads. Wells just over the tape. Don't even think it deflect, but snuck it right across. And then back and forth we go on consecutive hits. Then a swing put one towards the baseline and down for Tuscola. Point Warriors. So Tuscola to serve. 11-all first set of this JV contest. Set from Wells, swing McClaskey into the net. Point Tuscola. Last couple of matches, Jada McClaskey done a really good job serving the ball. Just plenty of things to look forward to as we wrap up this season and look towards the future of this volleyball program. Here's a swing from Bishop that sails out of bounds. Point Tuscola. Service there, Tuscola. Point for Paris as that one didn't get over the net. 13-12. Like Rachel Stone is checked in for the Tigers to serve. She gets the go-ahead. Nice serve there. Handled by Tuscola. They will be unable to get it across. Probably not the smartest decision there to handle that ball and get it across. Able to this time, however. Paris with their offense. Swing Harkar. Handled by Tuscola. Gotten over. Handled by Harkar. Now Wells is set for Jacoba, but they're going to call a hitting violation again on Emily Wells, who shows a bit of frustration there with herself. Second hitting violation on the sophomore, and it's point Tuscola, 14-12. Good serve there. Stone unable to handle. That one died right in front of her. 15-12. This one dug out by Collins. Set from Wells. Harkar fading to her left. Still got a good swing on it. Handled by Tuscola. Swing toward the back row. Collins, Wells, Harkar looking for that back line. Finds the hands of a Tuscola Warrior. Warriors get a swing on it, and then Wells unable to dig. Point for Tuscola. Then we'll have a timeout called by Paris, and we will take one with them. It is 16-12, first set JV. You're listening to the Paris Sports Network.
Our pregame show is sponsored by White Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning, your hometown boys for over 50 years, offering 23.5-hour service. That's right, they need a half hour for coffee. Call John at 217-465-3195. The Paris Sports Network would like to give a big thank you to our affiliate sponsors Dan and Sherry Hutchings, Steve and Lynn Young, Paul and Kathy Porter, Denny and Mary Lou Pine, and Tom and Marnita Stuck.
Back out of that timeout. Ball in Paris' court. Good swing from Harkar off the libero Tuscola. Point Paris. I might have missed a Tiger point. It might be 16-14. Trying to get a good look at that scoreboard. Either way, McClaskey to serve. Tiger is trailing. Tuscola handles. Swing near side. Dugout back row McClaskey. Wells is set for Harkar. Left-handed swing off a Warrior to the court. Point Paris. Another point closer. McClaskey still serving. Dugout. Warriors a swing off the tape, pops up and hangs in the air enough time for Wells to get to it, but then her set did not hang up for enough time as Rachel Stone unable to reach it. And we've got the score at 17-15. Tuscola serving. Looks like we've got a lineup check from Tuscola's sideline. Everything appears to be in place, and we are ready to go. Tuscola serving, leading by 2. Good serve, but handled by a leader. Set from Wells. Young. Unable to get all of it. Gets it across, though, and then Tuscola right back to the Paris side to the court. Point Warriors. (18-15). Serve goes to McClaskey this time. Wells is set. Young falling backwards, able to get it across. Then Tuscola on the first hit, right back to the Paris side. Good swing that time from leader, and then Young gets up to send that one to the court. Point Paris. Leader saw quality playing time in JV's match last night. She's back to serve after getting good swing in that last rally. Unable to save this one on the dive. Point for Tuscola. Harkar, Young, Wells in the front row for Paris. McClaskey, Stone, and Leader in the back row that is unable to handle that serve. Point for Tuscola. Warriors still serving. To McClaskey. Wells a set that Harkar had to go up and joust with the Warriors on. Tuscola won that one. Down to the floor, point Tuscola. Warriors on a bit of a run here, trying to end this first set. 21-16 is your score. And a serve that handcuffed McClaskey. Jaden unable to handle. She'll head to the bench as Lexi Collins checks in. Point for Tuscola. Tigers now trail by 6. And service error. That one landed beyond the baseline. Point for Paris. Harkar back to serve. Tigers in need of a run here. Harkar to serve. Floats one to the back row. Then a receiving error on Tuscola as that pass sailed out of bounds. And there's a start for Harkar. 22-18, Tuscola leads. Dug out by Tuscola. They will have a chance here. A swing, back corner, opposite corner. Collins handled well. Tigers get it over on the second hit. Now another swing from Tuscola. Collins Gets her right hand on it this time. Young bumps one over. Handled by Tuscola's back line. Here's a swing to the court for a point, Tuscola. (23-18) now. First set. Tuscola, 2 away. Leader a dig. Wells set. Swing from Bishop, and she'll earn the kill for Paris. Paris to serve. Collins beyond the baseline with the ball. Sends one over. She'll earn the ace. 23-20. Collins serving to keep the Tigers in this one and unable to there. Into the net. Point Tuscola. Tigers to receive. They need this point to stay in it. 24-20. Serving in the back row. Harkar didn't get the best look at that one. And Wells unable to handle as she hit the deck, trying to save it, unable to. And we will head to a second set in the JV contest. After Tuscola takes that one, 25-20 in that first set for Tuscola. We'll be back here after a quick break on the Paris Sports Network.
Church Insurance is an independent agency specializing in home and auto, life and health, as well as business and farm insurance. For over 100 years, Church Insurance has been servicing Edgar and surrounding counties. Stop by their office at 116 East Court Street and talk to Bruce, Ann, or Tay, and let them take care of your insurance needs. You can also give them a call at 465-4022 or visit their website at churchinsagency.com. Cargill Dry Corn Ingredients, located on the west side of Paris. We believe the world eats better when we eat together. That's Cargill, helping the world thrive. Country Financial representatives Mark Gladding, Jim Blue, Katie Schopfmeyer, and Dan Phipps proudly support our student athletes. Give them a call at 465-8320 or stop by their office at 802 North Main Street in Paris. See Diamond Financial for all of your income tax needs. Ben Lucan has 30 years of income tax preparation experience. He and his well-trained staff can take care of all of your personal, corporate, partnership, trust, and not-for-profit tax returns. They'll also take care of all of your payroll and bookkeeping needs as well. See them at 208 East Jasper Street or call 465-8562. Mark, Amy, Salem, and Sarah Isef support Paris Athletics and implore its athletes to play hard and study harder. Great Heart Seed is dedicated to providing the American farmer with the most profitable corn, soybean, wheat, and alfalfa lines. Their vision is to work on your farm, helping you build higher yields and bigger profits. Contact them at 465-4132. Great Heart, great yields.
The down judge has confirmed lineups, and we're set for set number 2 here in this JV contest. Tuscola took the first one, 25-20. Paris will pick up the first point in this one. Emily Wells will serve. Harkar and Collins will wait for her to join them in the back row. And Wells rifles one through the fingers of the Tuscola libero. Ace for Emily Wells, point Paris. Quick 2-0 lead. Young, Bishop, and Leader up front for the Tigers. Tuscola handles this time. Second hit, they get it over. Harkar right back to him, and Tuscola up and attacks that one. Point for the Warriors. Then the serve from Tuscola ends in error. Point for Paris. 3-1. As Bishop will head over and hand off to Rachel Stone. Back to serve for the Tigers. Stone, a good serve that is unable to be handled by Tuscola. Point for the Tigers. This serve from Stone is handled, and then Young up with a swing. Dug out by Tuscola. They'll get a swing near side. Dug out Collins. Set from Wells to Harkar. Swing. And an attempt by the libero. Nothing doing Tuscola. Point for Paris. This time for the Tiger offense. Ends in a swing from Kendra Young. Down to the court. Point Paris. Stone still serving. And an error on the libero of Tuscola. Only able to get her left hand on that one. Stone will get credit for the ace. Not sure if that ball had some movement on it or why the libero struggled with it so much on the dig attempt. But we'll give full credit to Rachel Stone there, who picks up another point for Paris. Stone is back now, again, beyond the service line, out of that timeout by Tuscola. This serve, 2 Warriors went for it, same result. This one sailed into the stands. Point for Paris. It's now 8-1. Stone serve. Tuscola over on the third. Dug out Wells and breakdown in the Paris offense as their setter is the one who dug it. Nobody stepped up to take the pass. It ends in a point for Tuscola, and had a couple of Warrior ladies get tangled up. Watching the replay, there wasn't a crazy amount of contact. One of the players was in the way of the other one who wasn't looking, really just walked into her, and then feet got tangled. They went down, both back up, and we are set to resume play. 8-2, Tuscola serving. Collins a dig. Harkar to Young, who flips it behind her over to Tuscola's side, and big swing Warriors. Point for Tuscola. Paris threw their offense. Young pushed it over, and Tuscola can't handle. Point for the Tigers. Collins serving again. Swing from Tuscola. Wells dove for it. Then Collins got a hand on it, went up into the net, and then Harkard chased it down, but was unable to advance it over the net. Point for Tuscola. So Warriors serving, trailing by 5. Tiger defense handle, swing Harkar into the back row, dug out there. Set near side, rolled it down the tape and never got across. Point for Paris. Aubrey Leader back to serve. Paris leads 10-4. Good serve, overpass, and then Harkar pushed it over and out of bounds. Point for Tuscola. Tuscola serving. Into the back row, Collins a dig. Wells a set. Harkar flat-footed swing. Gets it across. Now another big swing from Tuscola. They've got a few girls that can get up and hammer the ball down. There's another one there. Point for Tuscola. Always interesting to see when a team has a couple of girls like Tuscola does up at the net. When they've got a few up there that are real effective on the swings, no matter where the ball's hit to them, they're attacking an overpass from the Tigers. As point goes Tigers' way, always interesting to see. If they've got these girls playing JV, what do they have in store for varsity? A team like Olney was kind of confusing, surprising to me. I was impressed by a couple of their JV players and expected more out of their varsity squad. But that also really started the stretch of the Tigers dominating here at home. And I say here because I'm sitting out here at the high school, but Tiger volleyball team undefeated at home. And that was one of the games where just completely dominated an Olney team. So we'll see now on the road in Tuscola, facing a program that has a few good hitters, what their varsity team has in store. Another point for Paris, as Sammy Milam has checked in for the Tigers. She's been serving. Serves another one. Handled by Tuscola. Swing near side. Handled by McClaskey, who got it right back from Wells. And, man, just not Emily Wells' night tonight. Another hitting violation on Wells. That's her third double contact, double hit of the evening. And it's 12-7. Jamie Wallace also in for Paris. She's the one that got that across. Comes another swing off the Tiger block. Still fell in the court of play. Point for Tuscola. Warriors making a bit of a run. It's 12-8. Harkar checks back in for Milam. And has a hit right to her, able to handle, gave it to Wells, who skips one over to McClaskey. McClaskey gets it across. Tuscola on their offense and hit it right where there weren't any Tigers. Wallace and McClaskey were up for the block in the center of the court. That left that far side inside the 10-foot line open, and Tuscola took advantage of it, and now we are not going to be able to get this one crossed. Good serve from Tuscola, mishandled on the dig, and then Tigers are just too far back to be able to get that one across the net. So point for Tuscola, makes it 12-10, and it's Paris taking the timeout this time around. Thank you again for joining us here on the Paris Sports Network. Started this JV contest a bit early tonight. I think the schedule read 6:15. We got underway right at 6 o'clock. And hopefully that means that an extra set won't delay us any longer, because your Tigers fell in that first set 25-20. They are leading in the second set 12-10, but Tuscola on a few-game run here, a few-point run to get back within 2 points, and they are serving out of that timeout. But not for long. Service error Well out of bounds. Point for Paris. Serve for your Tigers. Jamie Wallace with a serve into the net. Point Tuscola. (13-11). Floating serve from Tuscola. Tigers get it back across. Young pushed it over. Tuscola gets it back. Dug out by Collins. Wells is set. Young again. A double hit. Not sure if they called that on Emily or Kendra there. Either way, point for Tuscola. And I think they actually called that double hit on Emily again as the Tigers get the point right back. Makes it 14-12. Also trying to see if the officials are a couple that we've had this year or not. As Warriors hustle play, keep it alive. Back onto the Paris side. Big swing McClaskey, dug out by Tuscola. Swing from the Warriors, dug out by Wells. Landed in the court of play. Libero couldn't handle. To the court, point Tigers. It's one of those points there where could see a big change of momentum. A lot of hustle on Tuscola's end. And even your Tigers had to pull some tricks out of their bag to keep that one alive and get the win. They did that one, but not here. That makes it 15-13. Tuscola serving. Harkar handles. Leader is set. McClaskey pushes it over. Tuscola handles. They get it over on the second hit. Collins was there. Back to Tuscola. Third hit, floated over, free ball, Young handles. Leader is set. Young is swinging from the middle of the court, off the Tuscola block. Point for Paris. Jaden McClaskey serving. 16-13 the score. Tuscola's offense gets a swing. Out of bounds. Point Paris. (17-13). McClaskey looks to continue this lead extension. Tuscola gets it across. Leader is set. Far side Harkar swing. Handled by Tuscola. Second hit up near the net. They got it across. Decent swing even. Paris handles right back to Tuscola. Here's a back set and a swing into the net. Point Paris. McClaskey still serving. Into the back row. Handled by Tuscola. Set and a swing off the tape. Rolls down to the court on the Tuscola side. Point Paris. 19-13. Tigers now looking to run away with this second set. McClaskey still serving. Back row. Handled by Tuscola. A set and a swing. Wells will get it right back from Leader. She put a good swing on it. Tuscola handles. And McClaskey had to save it. I think that ball would have dropped right on the line. Paris gets it back over. Tuscola through their motion. Dug out by Wells. Collins. McClaskey from the back row. Handled by Tuscola. From the 10-foot line, a swing. Wells got her hands on it. Then McClaskey. Young gets it across. Longest rally of the night so far. Big swing Tuscola, but out of bounds. Point Paris. Like that Warrior had in her mind, you know what, let me just try to end this. We're going one way or the other. And it went your Tigers' way. 20-13. Overpass. Jacoba tried to handle it. Unable to. Point for Tuscola. Again, kind of difficult to see over there. Wondering if that one would have been out of bounds or how close it would have been. Difficult to see that line on the checkerboard design. We'll trust Jacoba's judgment, but she was unable to handle there. Point for Tuscola, and then an attacking error on Kendra Young results in another point for Tuscola, 20-15. Tigers have both their timeouts as a serve is unable to be handled by Jada McClaskey. Point for Tuscola. Looks like just Christy Pinkston over on the sideline for this JV contest. As Paris is able to get it back over. Now Tuscola through their offense. Swing to the back row. McClaskey lays out, unable to handle. Point Tuscola. And reason I'm looking over there is wondering if Coach Pinkston will like to use one of her timeouts to stop this Tuscola run. Paris has a chance to do that with their own offense, and they do. Kendra Young off the Tuscola block to the court. Point Tigers. Collins serving. Great serve, Collins. Overpass Tuscola. And then Paris is unable to get through their offense. Point for the Warriors. 21-18. Second set. Tuscola, they take this one. They've taken the match. Tigers down one set. Collins digs. Leader set to the back row. Swing from Wells. Tuscola gives up a free ball. Handled by Collins. Leader, another set. This one for Harkar. Swing from the attacking line. And too strong. Point Tuscola. Warriors within two, but a service error gives a point to Paris. 22-19. Leader serving. Good serve, Aubrey, and she will earn a point for the Tigers. And it'll be Tuscola that takes the timeout, their second and final one of the set, as your Tigers have drawn within two of this second set. A set that they need to keep this alive. Varsity to follow this matchup. We'll get you some more info on the Tuscola varsity squad. Again, working without rosters again tonight. And unfortunately, without stats for the Tuscola squad. So you'll just be hearing Paris Tiger names tonight. Just as you have here in this JV contest. Serve from Leader, handled by Tuscola. Tigers need two, and there's one. (24-19). Leader still serving. She's looking to do this all herself. Serve from Aubrey into the back row, handled by Tuscola. A set near side, swing into the back row. McClaskey a dig. Leader is set for Harkar. Harkar steps into it, puts a swing on it, and sends it out of bounds. Point Tuscola. Warriors within four, 24-20. Service on the way. Dug up by Wells. Leader up at the net. Harkar punches one over. Handled by Tuscola. They've got a good look at it, and they send it to the floor. Again, real interested to see what the varsity team has in store. I know they don't have the best record, but they've looked like they have some stiff competition. So, if anything, just trying to hype that contest up, right? So you can stay on the line and stay on our YouTube channel and check that one out. Tigers through their offense. Harkar swinging to the back row. Handled by Tuscola. Near side swing for the Warriors. No, it's a push across, and Harkar had to hit the deck to save it. Did for a second, then got in between a couple of Tigers and ends in a point for Tuscola. 24-22. And a win by 2. Tuscola needs a couple. And they aren't going to get it. Point for Paris on the hitting violation. That'll give the second set to your Tigers. They stay alive. As we are tied up 1-1, headed to the third, you're listening to the Paris Sports Network.
Diamond Brothers Insurance, LLC has been providing security and peace of mind for individuals, businesses, and government entities for over 150 years. Their agency philosophy is to serve their communities with excellent service, advanced technology, and comprehensive insurance protection. Visit any of their 44 locations throughout the state of Illinois, Indiana, and Wisconsin. You can give them a call at 465-5041 or stop by 111 Sheriff Street in Paris. For nearly 100 years, farmers have counted on FS to provide agriculture-related products and services. Call 465-1560 for fuels, lubricants, or propane for home and farm use. Golf season will be here before you know it. And Eagle Ridge Golf Course in Paris offers one of the preeminent courses in East Central Illinois and West Central Indiana. Their Wednesday night league will be starting up soon, but they also offer special services such as corporate events, receptions, and group lessons. Call 463-3434 or visit eagleridgeparis.com. Lot 50 Brewing, located at 112 East Court Street, is the only brewing company in town. Bring your friends, family, or co-workers in for an evening of games, drinks, and conversation. Order food from other local restaurants or bring your own. Stop in and watch the owners, Bruce Young, Steve Combs, and Doug Smitkamp, work for you. Lot 50 is open Wednesday through Sunday. Check them out at lot50brewing.com. Ingram's Waste Disposal offers residential and commercial trash pickup, commercial compactor service, roll-off service, and mini roll-off services. Call Scott, Kathy, Mary Jo, or Bethany at 465-3335. Ingram Waste Disposal, proudly serving Edgar and Clark Counties since 1950.
It's a race to 15 to win this JV contest, and the Tigers get the first one. Off a receiving error by Tuscola. Emily Wells has earned the first point for your Tigers in the third. Second serve, again at the libero. This time handled, pushed over. Leader gets her hands on it. Then Collins, now a back row attack from Harkar. Tuscola handles. Swing from the middle, off the Tigers, off of Young, then off Leader. Point Tuscola. Tigers lost the first set 25-20, then hung on to the second set 25-22. And that's what got us here in this third. Tuscola's first serve of the third set, and they're going to call Leader for being in the net. Point Tuscola. Warrior serving into the back row. Dug out by Harkar. Leader is set. Swing from Bishop. Handled by Tuscola. Up to the net. Swing by the Warriors. Handled by Collins. Wells got a set. That was Young who got it over. Tuscola through their offense. Another swing from the middle. And Wells' dig attempt goes out of bounds. Point Tuscola. (3-1). Tuscola leads. Again, working without a scoreboard here on Tuscola's NFHS stream. So if I don't give you the score every point, I'll try to give it to you every other. There's another point for your Tiger offense as Kendra Young earns it on the kill. Makes it 3-2 Tuscola. Stone into serve for Paris. A Warrior had to get on the deck to dig that one. Able to. Got it right back over to the Paris side. Swing by the Tigers. And then Tuscola's next time over is deflected and out of play. Point for Tuscola. 4-2. Again in this race to 15. Serve over to Wells. Leader is set. Swing from Young, falling backwards. Able to get enough on it. Off of a Warrior, out of bounds. Point Paris. It's 4-3. Tigers now trail by 1 with the serve. Lexi Collins has the honors. Again, Lexi wearing the libero jersey tonight for the Tigers. As this attempt by Tuscola goes into the net, lands on their side. We're tied up at 4. Collins serves across. Tuscola going to give up a free ball to Wells. Leader to Harkar. Good swing by the lefty. Handled by Tuscola. Far side, hand of the net. Point Paris. Tigers back in front on this third set. Collins serving. Give her the ace off of a Warrior. Point Tigers. It's 6-4. Point for Tuscola, and that swing from the middle. Just nobody home for the Tigers. She had good area up center court to hammer one home. Did just that. Point for Tuscola. It's 6-5. Paris trying to earn that point back. Wells gives up a free ball. Tuscola offense. Again to the center of the court, attacking on the Paris side, and then the Tigers unable to get it back over. Point Tuscola tied up at 6. Warriors serving into the back row. Dug out by Stone. Harkar's swing too strong. Point Tuscola. Lead to Tuscola at 7-6. And that attack goes out of bounds. Another point for the Warriors. It's 8-6. Big point here for the Tigers. Jamie Wallace gets a quality swing off the Tuscola block, though. That slowed down enough, and then another hefty swing by the Warrior offense. Tigers got to get it across this time. They do. Harkar gets it over. Tuscola through their offense. Swing off the Tiger block. Collins goes down to save it, but send it into the net. Point Tuscola, and there is a timeout called by the Tigers as they've seen not only their lead go away, but now trail by 3. Score of 9-6 and a race to 15 in the third set. Once this contest is over, we will send you through a round of commercials and then bring you back for the White Sheet Metal Heating and Air pregame show of the varsity contest. First, business take care of here. Wallace going to earn the kill for your Tigers. That was big time out of the timeout. Earned the serve back and got the Tigers back within 2. Aubrey Leader serving. Leader, Stone, Collins in the back. Harkar, Wells, Wallace up front. And the pass by Tuscola went up into the net. 2 in a row for the Tigers. 9-8. Serve from Leader. Handled by Tuscola. Swing from the middle. Out of bounds. It sure was. Point Paris. See the varsity squad ready to take the court. They're in the far corner. They watch on as Aubrey Leader serves another one. Good serve, Leader. Tuscola able to get it over and down to the court. Point Tuscola. Tigers had it tied for a second there. Tuscola back out in front by 1. It's 10-9. Service air straight into the net. Number 9 there. We'll have to see if she sees any varsity time. Clearly not the best serve, I guess, right? But she's been the one attacking from that front line. We'll see if she shows up in that varsity contest as an ace by Jacoba Harkar gives the Tigers a lead. It's 11-10. This time the lefty floats one over, handled by Tuscola. Back to Harkar. Set from Leader, swing from Wells, point for Wells. 12-10. Tigers 3 away, and there's a timeout by Tuscola. We've seen a good one here. Tigers lost the first set by 5, then won the second by 3. Now lead by 2 in search of 3 more for the third. Harkar still serving. Floats another one to the back row. Handled by the libero. Free ball over. Harkar to Leader. A set for Wallace. A swing to the back row. Handled by Tuscola. Pushed across on the second hit. Harkar digs. Leader sets. McClaskey tried to get it to that back corner. Tuscola there to recover. Now a swing from Wells. Off a Tuscola Warrior. Off a second one. Then out of bounds. Point Paris. 2 away are your Tigers. Harkar still serving. Floats another one. Ace for Jacoba. Jacoba gets another one across. 14-10. Match point, and there it is. Into the net, attacking air for Tuscola, and that's how this one will end. Your JV Tigers win this one 2-1 after losing the first set. They come back and take number 2 and number 3. That third one final score was 15-10. And that'll wrap up the JV contest. So now we'll take a break and be back here on the Paris Sports Network to get you all set up and bring you the action for that varsity contest. So again, you're listening to the Paris Sports Network.
Make plans to attend Lake Ridge Christian Church this Sunday, either for their traditional service at 8 a.m. or their contemporary service at 10:30 a.m. There's something for everyone at Lake Ridge, from infants to the more seasoned generation. visit their website at lakeridgechurch.org or find them on Facebook to watch their service each Sunday morning at 10:30. Located at 500 West Jasper Street in Paris, Soleil Body Salon offers 5 lay-down and 1 stand-up tanning bed, as well as spray tan services. They also have a nail technician, an esthetician, and a hairstylist. Give Leslie and her staff a call at 465-7546. Located at the Paris Airport, Seat Solutions wants to wish the best to all Paris Tiger teams this season. Contact Chip or Bethany Keys at 251-0153. Terry Elliston has been your good neighbor State Farm agent since 1981. They focus on auto, home, life, farm, and business insurance, along with financial products throughout Paris and the surrounding areas. Their mission is to put the interest of others ahead of their own. They're committed to doing whatever is needed to meet their customers' needs and to truly be a good neighbor by serving the community in which they work and live. Call State Farm for a free auto insurance quote at 465-8548. Our pregame show is sponsored by White Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning, your hometown boys for over 50 years, offering 23.5-hour service. That's right, they need a half hour for coffee. Call John at 217-465-3195. The Paris Sports Network would like to give a big thank you to our affiliate sponsors Dan and Sherry Hutchings, Steve and Lynn Young, Paul and Kathy Porter, Denny and Mary Lou Pine, and Tom and Marnita Stuck. Church Insurance is an independent agency specializing in home and auto, life and health, as well as business and farm insurance. For over 100 years, Church Insurance has been servicing Edgar and surrounding counties. Stop by their office at 116 East Court Street and talk to Bruce and Orte and let them take care of your insurance needs. You can also give them a call at 465-4022 or visit their website at churchinsagency.com. Cargill Dry Corn Ingredients, located on the west side of Paris. We believe the world eats better when we eat together. That's Cargill, helping the world thrive. Country Financial representatives Mark Gladding, Jim Blue, Katie Schopfmeyer, and Dan Phipps proudly support our student athletes. Give them a call at 465-8320 or stop by their office at 802 North Main Street in Paris. See Diamond Financial for all of your income tax needs. Ben Lucan has 30 years of income tax preparation experience. He and his well-trained staff can take care of all of your personal, corporate, partnership, trust, and not-for-profit tax returns. They'll also take care of all of your payroll and bookkeeping needs as well. See them at 208 East Jasper Street or call 465-8562. Mark, Amy, Salem, and Sarah Isef support Paris Athletics and implore its athletes to play hard and study harder. Great Heart Seed is dedicated to providing the American farmer with the most profitable corn, soybean, wheat, and alfalfa lines. Their vision is to work on your farm, helping you build higher yields and bigger profits. Contact them at 465 4132. Great Heart, great yields. Diamond Brothers Insurance LLC has been providing security and peace of mind for individuals, businesses, and government entities for over 150 years. Their agency philosophy is to serve their communities with excellent service, advanced technology, and comprehensive insurance protection. Visit any of their 44 locations throughout the state of Illinois, Indiana, and Wisconsin. You can give them a call at 465 5041 or stop by 111 Sheriff Street in Paris. For nearly 100 years, farmers have counted on FS to provide agriculture-related products and services. Call 465 1560 for fuels, lubricants, or propane for home and farm use. Golf season will be here before you know it, and Eagle Ridge Golf Course in Paris offers one of the preeminent courses in East Central Illinois and West Central Indiana. Their Wednesday night league will be starting up soon, but they also offer special services such as corporate events, receptions, and group lessons. Call 463-3434 or visit eagleridgeparis.com. Lot 50 Brewing, located at 112 East Court Street, is the only brewing company in town. Bring your friends, family, or co-workers in for an evening of games, drinks, and conversation. Order food from other local restaurants or bring your own. Stop in and watch the owners, Bruce Young, Steve Combs, and Doug Smitkamp, work for you. Lot 50 is open Wednesday through Sunday. Check them out at lot50brewing.com. Ingram's Waste Disposal offers residential and commercial trash pickup, commercial compactor service, roll-off service, and mini roll-off services. Call Scott, Kathy, Mary Jo, or Bethany at 465-3335. Ingram Waste Disposal, proudly serving Edgar and Clark Counties since 1950. Make plans to attend Lake Ridge Christian Church this Sunday, either for their traditional service at 8 a.m. or their contemporary service at 10:30 a.m. There's something for everyone at Lake Ridge, from infants to the more seasoned generation. Visit their website at lakeridgechurch.org or find them on Facebook to watch their service each Sunday morning at 10:30. It's time for Paris Tiger Sports on the Paris Sports Network, brought to you by White Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning, Lot 50 Brewing, Church Insurance Agency, Cargill Dry Corn Ingredients, Diamond Brothers Insurance, Ingram Waste Disposal, Seed Solutions, Allied IFS, Country Financial, Lake Ridge Christian Church, State Farm Insurance Agent Terry Elliston, Eagle Ridge Golf Course, Diamond Financial Consultants, Soleil Body Salon, Great Heart Seed, and our affiliate sponsors, Dan and Sherry Hutchings, Steve and Lynn Young, Paul and Kathy Porter, Denny and Mary Lou Pine, Tom and Marnita Stuck, Doc and Donna Moody, Jeff and Stephanie Moody at Moody Farms, Chad and Stephanie Crampton, and Mark, Amy, Salem, and Sarah Isa.
Good evening. You're listening to the Paris Sports Network. We are ready for varsity action now from Tuscola. JV able to take their game 2-1. They lost the first set 25-20, then won the second 25-22, and then won the third 15-10. Fresh soft played before them, and now we are just a couple of minutes away from varsity starting. I'm Clay Bess here on the Paris Sports Network, set to bring you the next to last away volleyball match of the season. Your Tigers will play tonight as they have traveled to Tuscola. Then they will be back home on Thursday to play Marshall, and then a week from tomorrow they will be in Chrisman to wrap up their shortened COVID season. Tigers come into this match at 8-2, riding a 7-match winning streak. 4 of those 7 matches were at home, where the Tigers have not lost. Again, tonight they are on the road, where we are watching Tuscola's NFHS stream. I am sitting out here at the makeshift cafeteria in the high school gym, broadcasting this game remotely. We're going to work without a scoreboard tonight on your stream, so if I ignore you enough to where you want to mute it, just be ready to turn it up for just a second after every point so I can give you an update on the score. Or you can just keep track at home. Go grab you a handful of rocks from outside, or grab you a pen and paper like I'll do here from the high school to keep tally marks. And every time that they show the court to the right on your screen, there you go, you get a decent look at the scoreboard. Can't really see. That'll be Paris' score on the right side that you can't hardly see. But again, we'll do our best. Teams are done warming up, so I anticipate the national anthem be played and starting lineups to be introduced. Looks like teams will line up for the Star Spangled Banner. So we will pause here on the Paris Sports Network while our national anthem is played. Teams are back to their bench after that national anthem playing, and we are set for starting lineups here in Tuscola. Trying to take a look ahead of time and see if it's your typical starters for the Tigers. They're going to introduce Kendra Young first. And Peyton Block. Emma Pinkston there for your Tigers. Kristen Borchers coming down the line now through her teammates. Now Emily Wells. Sarah Berger. And Becca Miner. And the libero White. Again, Tigers coming in with an 8-2 record for this out-of-conference matchup. Tuscola stands at 6-7. They play in the Central Illinois Conference, where they are 3-3. Also 3-3 at home. Their wins on the season coming against Marshall. Team again that Paris will see on Thursday. They also defeated Central A&M in Moweaqua. Other wins coming against Watseka, Arcola, Clinton, and Macon Meridian. Losses against Shelbyville, Maroa, Forsyth, St. Teresa of Decatur, Altamont, Warrensburg, Latham, Paxton, Buckley, Loda, PBL, and Windsor, Stu Strauss, teams that Tigers aren't very familiar with in any sport. But let's see, all those were actually two-set affairs. Tuscola has actually not played in a three-set match all season. How about that? So we'll see how they come out against the Tigers. Again, Tigers on a very hot streak, especially here at home. So officials will check the lineups. One other thing I'll eventually wind up doing that is I promised you last broadcast was I'd take a look at the NCAA tournament bracket and give you a few of my predictions or thoughts on that as that gets underway tomorrow. So throughout this match, we'll have some downtime. I might pull up a schedule and just get you prepared to watch some college volleyball. They're also out of season, typically a fall sport in college, so different to have it this time around, but exciting nonetheless as we are underway. Becca Miner has the first serve and an ace for Becca Miner. Well, I guess if you had a definition for a perfect start, that'd probably be it, right? Point for Paris. It's 1-0. And another great serve for Miner led Tuscola out of bounds. They were able to get a hand on it, but then send it right out of bounds on the second hit. Point for Paris. Miner, Berger, and Wells in the back line. This one rolls off the tape. Tuscola able to get it across. Free ball, however, and Pinkston pushes it over. Tuscola handles. Set, middle, swing. Off the Tiger block, then knocked right back over Tuscola. Swing from Pinkston, off speed. Handle Tuscola, center of the court, back set. Swing off of Berger. Berger all right, gave it to Miner. Tigers get it across. Tuscola now. Swing from the middle, off of Wells this time. I think Wells and Berger both took one off the chin. Berger might have taken it off the nose. She's over to, maybe make sure she's not bleeding. And I think Coach Christy Pinkston gave her the you're okay. And Berger's going to hang in there. The up official checks on her before he gives the go signal for Tuscola. Their first serve. Borchers pushes, looking for that back corner. Wow, what a shot, Kristen Borchers. Coffin cornered that one perfectly. Point for the Tigers. Peyton Block to serve. Short-lived for Tuscola's service. 3-1 Tigers lead. Block a good serve. Receiving air, point for Paris. Down to a knee, Tuscola went. Both hands are on it. Just didn't collect it as well as she wanted to, like that dig did. But still, Tuscola unable to get it back over the net. Point Paris. 5-1. This one handled. Back set. Dumped over, and that was Emily Wells diving to try to save it. Got a hand on it, but not enough to keep it in the rally. Point for Tuscola. 5-2, Tuscola serve. Good serve, handled by Becca Miner. Set from Block. Pinkston, another off speed. Over the Tuscola block she goes. To the court, point Paris. 6-2, and Emma Pinkston is back to serve. Serve into the back row. Handled. Swung. Dug out. Block. Wells saves. Block has to get it across and does. Dug out back row. Here's a set. Tuscola swing near side off the Tiger block. Out of bounds. Point Tuscola. Borchers block and Wells up front for the Tigers. Serve comes from the center of the court by Tuscola. Borchers knocks it over. Into the back row. Set from the middle of the court. Near side, off speed. Block up to save it. Miner is set. Swing from Wells. Far side she goes. And Tuscola unable to handle. Point for Paris. Wells had a real good look at that one. She could see the entire court as she came from the near side and hitting it over there where the sideline meets the 10-foot line. Tuscola could only get a hand on it. Now it's Jada McClaskey into serve. Back to the Tiger side. McClaskey, block, set for Wells. Another swing from Emily, handled by Tuscola. Center court swing off a Tiger and McClaskey out of bounds. Point Tuscola. Warriors back to serve. They trail 7-4. This one is dug out by McClaskey, but she sent it right into the net. Unable to be saved by a block, and it'll be point Tuscola. 7-5 now. Serve dug out by Wells. Block is set. Swing from Young. Tuscola struggles to get it over. They're not going to be able to. Point for Paris. 8-5 Tiger lead. Emily Wells back to serve. Wells into the back row. Set from the center of the court. Pushed over from Tuscola. Minor handles. Block. Here comes Berger. Pushes one over. Handled by Tuscola's libero. And a swing is handled initially by the Tigers, but they can't get it back over. Point for Tuscola. Eight to 6. Tuscola serving. Into the net. Air on Tuscola. Point for Paris. Makes it 9-6. Berger back to serve. On the way into the back row. Handled, and Young went up to attack it. They're going to give the point to Paris. Good attack there from Kendra Young. Point to Paris, and then Young back up again to attack that one. This one goes into the Tiger offense. Swing from Pinkston. Her first real good look at things. Handled by Tuscola, but a hitting violation. Double contact on Tuscola. Point for the Tigers. Berger again back to serve. 11-6 the score. Berger into the back row. Handled. Set. Swung on. Wells to block. To Young. Center court. A hit to the floor. Point Paris. And a timeout called by Tuscola as it's 12-6. Tiger lead. We better get into that NCAA tournament, I promise you, right? Game starting tomorrow. I think the first match is scheduled for 11 o'clock. I can double check that. I had it pulled up here. 11 o'clock. All games going to be on ESPN. ESPN2, and ESPN3. Their streaming app. So check that out. And I believe now every game's going to have commentators. That was a point of discussion so far last week and a half, as they were just going to have the streams playing with no broadcasters. NCAA said there were too many complications with COVID and the guidelines, and enough coaches and schools raised havoc on that, and now there will be commentators for all the games. So read into that what you will, but each game will have commentators, and those athletes and those teams will get the broadcasters that they deserved all along. Right out of the timeout, Tuscola with a hefty hit off of Becca Minor to the court. Point Tuscola. (12-7). Paris up 5. They will be receiving Tuscola's serve. On the way into the net, another service error for Tuscola. Their second of the match. It's 13-7. Clearly, that's something you can never do against any team, right? But especially against the talented group like your Paris Tigers. You got to give yourself a chance, and step one is getting the ball over the net. Minor does that. Good serve. Tuscola handles. Gets it back to the Paris side. Berger, block, Pinkston. Off speed, center of the court. It falls through. Point Paris. 14-7. Minor serving. Another good serve. Above the head of a Warrior. She deflected enough for her teammate to get to it. Then block went up. Got it over for Paris. Then goes up for a block with Kristen Borchers. Tigers send it back to Tuscola. Now a swing from the Warriors. Near the Paris bench is where Berger sent it. Pinkston got it. Wells gives up a free ball. Tuscola through their offense. Swing from the middle of the court. Off the Tiger block. Off of Emily Wells. Out of bounds. Point Tuscola. However, you see there a few claps and encouragement from Coach Christy Pinkston. That was a well-played point for your Tigers. Just didn't end the way they wanted it to, and the block was in position. Just a good hit from Tuscola, and now they've actually got 2 points in a row. 14-9. Tuscola's still serving. Into the back row, Wells. Block instead of setting, gets it over. Another hefty swing from the middle of Tuscola off the Tigers. Point for Tuscola. We saw a couple athletes for Tuscola getting good swings on it in that GV contest. Wondered if they'd get any varsity time. You see there, it'd be nice to have a roster of Tuscola. They've got a girl, got to be 6'2", 6'1" or so, as there's an answer from Paris's hitter. Emma Pinkston sends one to the floor. Point Tigers. I was busy trying to match up heights with Kristen Borchers and Tuscola's middle as Emma Pinkston does her thing, and Tuscola right back, though. Point Warriors. That last hit from Pinkston, watching the replay, she went up against a double block. Read it well, knew she had enough of the court to work with, so she went to the right of him to the floor to earn the point. Here's a service error, no tip, no tip. Point Paris. Sarah Berger went after that one. I was double-checking with the up judge before I called it. It'll be Paris point. They lead 16-11. Serve handled by Tuscola. Far side, flat-footed swing, dug out Pinkston. Back row, block, back set, swing Emily Wells. Handled by Tuscola. Set from the center. Another flat-footed swing. Minor had it. Here's Borchers, gets it across. Tuscola, and boy, awkward-looking swing, but effective. She got quite a bit on that one for not having her full body into it. Point for Tuscola. That makes it 16-12. Serve from Tuscola to Berger. Block is set. Back to Berger. Free ball over. Into the back row. Up towards the net. A set, a swing, a point for Tuscola. And the Warriors are fired up. They've been impressive when they can get into rhythm. And they've been effective when they get into rhythm. 16-13. Minor a dig. Block is set. Back to Wells, who sends one long. Point for Tuscola. Tuscola on a bit of a run. They're within 2 here in the first set. 16-14. Serve to Sarah Berger. Set from block. Borchers a swing. Off the Tuscola block. No, they're going to say off the net. Ricocheted out of bounds without touching a Warrior. Point for Tuscola. Then a service error into the net. That'll work. Point Paris. 17-15. Young, Berger, block up front. McClaskey comes in to serve. Wells up front, block in the back row with Pinkston now. Here's Tuscola. Deep move from the middle as we run through both offensive sets, and it'll be a Paris point after 4 hits on the Tuscola side. McClaskey still serving, and she won't get this one over. Point for Tuscola. That makes it 18-16. Tuscola back within 2. They were within 1 just a few points ago. For the Tigers, got a couple in a row. Here's a swing from Kendra Young off a Warrior out of bounds. Point Paris. Emily Wells back to serve. From the center of the court, she sends one into the back row. Handled by Tuscola. Swing from the attack line. Block now sets for the Tigers. Berger, flat-footed, swings to the libero of Tuscola. Swing from the middle, handled by Pinkston on her knees to get that one. Here's a big swing from Sarah Berger. Off a Warrior. Point Paris. 20-16 now. Emily Wells serving, and Tuscola lets it go wisely, out of bounds. Point for Tuscola. They've earned the serve. 20-17. Tuscola serving. And they serve along. Point Paris. Well, I guess I was begging them to get it over the net or just from a general standpoint earlier, right? Well, they got it over the net. That one's too strong. Another service error, another point Paris. Sarah Berger serving. Nearly picked up an ace. How about that dig from Tuscola? Here's a swing. Dug out by Berger. Block is set. Minor gets it over. Tuscola through their offense. Swing from the middle. Handled by Emily Wells. Minor hits it over. Dug out. Now swing again from the middle. Berger with a dig this time. Block is set. Pinkston pushes one over. Tuscola, all 6 girls all in one spot. They're going to give up a free ball. Minor lets it go. Out of bounds. Point Paris. Couple of big-time digs there. One from Emily Wells. Another from Sarah Berger. Now Berger back to serve. 22-17. Into the back row she goes. Here's a set. Over and over again. That one was off the Tiger block deflected. Handled by Wells. Pinkston to serve off the Tuscola block. Then Young got it back over. Tuscola attacked. Got over on the first serve. Then an off-speed attack from Emma Pinkston. And then a point for Paris. Tigers are 2 away from taking this first set. Berger still serving. 23-17, too strong on the serve. Point Tuscola. (23-18) now. Tigers still out in front by 5. Make it 6 and make it set point as the serve sails long. And Becca Minor will be serving for the set. Minor into the back row, dug out by the libero. Here's a set, flat-footed swing. Berger got her hands on it. Now Tigers got to push it across. They do. Minor does. Swing from the middle, dug out by Minor, but she sends it out of bounds. Point for Tuscola. Swing there from Tuscola. We've seen this offense going through that same player over and over. Catherine Dean. Getting some information from Kurt Pinkston. Appreciate that, Kurt. We'll get more into that here in the second half. Appreciate the insight as we go back and forth. Tigers still looking to finish this one. This one they won't, as there's Dean off the Tiger block to the court. Point Tuscola. Now the Warriors back within 4. It's 24-20. Serve into the back row. Emily Wells set from block. Pinkston gets a swing around the block again. Dug out. Great dig, but an attacking air sent long by Tuscola. Out of bounds. Point Paris, set to Paris. Tigers lead 1-0 as they take that first set 25-20. All right, before everybody gets busy, or I know you might have other things that you want to pay attention to, so I just want to run you through NCAA tournament, see what we got going on here, and man, I got to bring it up because my Badgers are #1, undefeated record going into the tournament. So this has got to be the year, right? So that's what everybody's hoping for up in Madison. So just to run you through again, matches are going to start tomorrow morning, and everything's going to be broadcasted on ESPN. They're all at a central site in Nebraska. Only going to be 48 teams. That was something else that Badger coach, actually, Kelly Sheffield, had issue with, hoping that they would extend it back to a 64-team bracket, but they're going to keep it at 48. And this is we'll just run through all the teams here. I'm going to give you what my predictions are. Some of them have reason behind them. A lot of them don't. But something that is interesting for the first match I'm going to read to you. I've got Weber State defeating Bowling Green, and Weber State one of 4 Utah teams in this tournament. So that's interesting. Who would have known Utah be that big at volleyball, right? UCLA over Rider, South Dakota over Missouri, Creighton over Moorhead. Let's see, who else do I want to tell you about? Pittsburgh, that was a team last year that started off undefeated. I think they were going 18-0, 1 or 2 in the nation for a bit there. Now they're playing in the first round. I got them taking care of Long Island. A couple teams making their first appearances in the NCAA tournament. Another Utah team, Utah Valley. I'm going to say they beat Texas State. NCA&T also making their first appearance. Got them taking care of Rice. Matchup to watch, Jackson State and Western Kentucky. Jackson State is holding teams to the lowest hitting percentage out of all teams in the nation. So if you like defense, might be a team for you to latch onto in this tournament. Then once those teams advance, obviously picking my Badgers, right, to go as far as the championship. I got them winning, got them taking care of Utah, actually, in the championship. So they're the state of volleyball this year. I got to get them representation. Wisconsin, Utah, Nebraska, Kentucky. There's your Final 4 in my book. And going to keep an eye on that Kentucky team. Their matchup against Purdue in the Elite Eight is going to be pretty fun. Kentucky, a very strong offensive team. Purdue, a very strong defensive team. Defensive player of the Big Ten on that squad. So a lot of good matchups looking forward to in this NCAA tournament that starts tomorrow. But for right now, we've got set number 2 to take care of for your Lady Tigers. Pinkston had to run towards the net to save that one. Got it across, and then Tuscola eyes the spot of the defense where there is no Tiger, and they pushed it there for the point. 1-0 Tuscola here in the second. Tuscola serving again to the back row. Berger a dig, block, set for Young, a swing. Handled by Tuscola. Flat-footed swing, and onto the Paris side from Tuscola. Amelia Bosch. Again, thanks, Kurt, for sending me some information. She's the other middle that Tuscola is obviously running their offense through. And here's a big swing, Emma Pinkston to the court. Tigers on the board here in this second. Like to watch that one again. I know Emma was separated from the net a bit there, gave herself plenty of court vision to see what she had to work with before she sent that to the Tuscola side. It's 2-1. Make it 2-2. Tuscola unable to react and get to that ball. Borchers gets the kill. Point Paris. Minor serving. Minor sends one across. Set from Tuscola. Swing from Bosch. Handled by Paris. Off speed from Pinkston. Dug out by Tuscola. Set from the libero. Flat-footed swing into the back row. Now Borchers another swing and another kill for Kristen Borchers. A lot of seniors on this Paris team playing in their final few high school matches. Kristen Borchers one of them. Becca Minor, however, has a couple more years ahead of her as she serves an ace over. Makes it 4-2 Paris. This time, however, Becca sends it out of bounds. Service error, point Tuscola. Libero serving for Tuscola, handled by Paris. Swing coming from Pinkston. Into the back row, dug out there towards the sideline. Dug out by Wells. Block had it, gave it to Borchers. Pushes one over. Here comes a knock across from Tuscola. Didn't get all of her power into that one. We're still going. Tuscola, there's a big swing and a kill and a point for Tuscola. Dean gets credit for that one. Dean, a junior on this Tuscola squad. Headed to a Division I program. As another service error from Tuscola. First one of the second set. That one landed over by the Paris bench. Point for the Tigers. Dean, another swing block from the Tigers down to the court. Big block by the Tigers. Pinkston and Borchers with their hands all over that one. Dean had nowhere to go. Point for Paris. Block now serving. Dug up by Tuscola. Set for Dean near side. Swing and block. Nearly had that one. Unable to, though. Point Tuscola. (6-5) Tiger lead. Ready to receive. Minor with the dig. Block is set. Borchers pushes one off Tuscola. Libero lays out, sends one back over to the Tiger side. Here comes a swing from Wells into the block of Dean and one other Warrior. Point for Tuscola. Might have been a violation called on that before the block occurred. Either way, point Tuscola. Serve goes to Minor. Swing from Wells and too strong from Emily. Out of bounds, point Tuscola. Warriors with a lead now at 7-6. Serving in the back row to Pinkston. Block. Borchers off speed looking for a weak spot in that defense. She had it. But knocked it too strong and went out. Point Tuscola. Tigers set from block. Pinkston off speed, handled by Tuscola. Swing from Dean, right in between Minor and Pinkston. Point Tuscola. We'll see how close we are to a Tiger timeout. It's now 9-6. Serve handled by Pinkston. Block a set. Wells gets it over. Tuscola through their offense. Swing from Dean off of Borchers. Pinkston, block now set for Borchers. Over the block of Dean. Tuscola back to her. Knocks it over. Around the block of the Tigers to the court for a point Tuscola, and there is a timeout called by Paris. Tuscola on a run here in the second. Tigers, again, took that first set 25-20, and even in that one, they're late. Tuscola ran off 3 or 4 points in a row to even make it that close. Here they've taken a 10-6 advantage. Again, this is the next to last away match for your Tigers. They have one more home match. That's on Thursday. That'll be an LIC game against Marshall. And it has been announced that the conference will recognize co-champions. If the Tigers are able to win that one, they will earn at least a share of the conference championship with Flora. So we'll all be tuned into that one as Tigers are trying to get back on track here tonight, as that ball was sent right into the block of Dean. Point Tuscola. Serve from Tuscola. Here's Minor, back to Berger. Got to get it across and can't. Into the net. Point Tuscola. 12-6. Serve to Berger. Block is set. Pinkston a swing. Handled by Tuscola. Set near side. A swing. Dug out. Off the Tiger block. Then sent over by Wells. Set for Dean. Blocked by the Tigers, but out of bounds. Point Tuscola. Huge run here for Tuscola. It's now 13-6. Serving in the back row. Berger handles. Block is set. Borchers there in the middle. Got to get it over Dean and does. Didn't even try to swing at that one. And now Dean on the slide play, able to send one to the back line to the court for a point Tuscola. (14-6). Pinkston digs, block sets, and they're going to get Peyton for having her foot over the center line. Or leg over the center line. Either way, point Tuscola. 15-6. Tigers got to get this momentum stop. Here's a set from block. This time, Borchers goes right after Dean. But right into the block, point Tuscola. That last time Kristen had a chance, you could tell there's, which we can't blame her, right, for the intimidation factor there. But Borchers decided to go over the top of Dean. And wouldn't be surprised if she heard it from the bench to, hey, go right after her. But Borchers did there, and Dean sent it down to the floor. And then that last play, I had to catch the replay to see what happened. The serve went into Minor's dig attempt. So we've got a timeout on the court. Okay, yeah, Minor dug it out. Then Pinkston backed away. Her and Block, there was some miscommunication there. It looked like Emma was ready for Peyton to set it for her. So Emma backed away, and without knowing that Peyton was backing away at the same time. Well, that resulted in a point for Tuscola and a timeout for Paris, their second and final one of the set. It's now 17-6. Here's a serve handled by Pinkston. Pinkston's now going to get a swing. Does. Down the line she goes. Point Paris. Emma hustles back to the service line. Not satisfied with 1 point. She'll now serve and try to get the Tigers back into this one. 17-7. Ace for Emma Pinkston. (17-8). Pinkston's second serve into the back line and mishandled there by the libero. 17-9 now. Third serve, out the libero once more. Able to handle this time. Flat-footed swing into the back row to Pinkston. Block is set. Berger a swing. She goes off speed. Floats it over. Handled by Tuscola. Back to the Paris side. Minor to Block to Berger. Off speed once again. Handled by Tuscola. Knocked backwards this time. They're going to have to give a free ball up. They do. Pinkston to Block. This time sets for Wells. Over the block of Tuscola. Handled by the Warriors. Through their offense. Swing from the attack line. Off the Tiger block. Borchers to Block. Cross to Berger. A swing off of Dean's block. Tuscola they're in their offense. Longest rally of this varsity contest. Tuscola gets it across. Swing from Borchers. She went off speed. Tuscola on one hit. Back to the Paris side. Berger a swing. Off speed to the floor. Pancake. Dig that time. Back to the Paris side. Borchers another swing. Off of Tuscola's libero. Handled by the Warriors. Swing from Dean off the dig attempt of Minor. Point Tuscola. Even the official gives a couple claps of applause after that point. And it's 18-9, and boy, that's a heartbreaker for your Tigers. Tuscola serving into the back row. Berger handles. Block is set. Berger up now with a swing and didn't get all of it. Off the side of her hand into the net. Point Tuscola. Again, Tuscola yet to go into a 3-set match. More of an interesting stat than really anything to keep an eye on. You'd think at this point in the season, athletes would be conditioned for anything that a match might give them, but keep an eye on that if we get that far. In the meantime, we got another good rally going. Swing from Dean. Minor can handle to the floor. Point Tuscola. That makes it 20-9. Tuscola 5 away from taking this second set. Warrior serve into the back row. Minor gave a flat dig attempt up to block. No chance there for Peyton. Becca turned around in disgust right away. She knew she didn't get that ball the way she wanted to. Point Tuscola. Another serve, another chance for Minor. Handles this one. Swing from Wells into the Tuscola block. Paris has it back on offense. Pushed over from Wells. Tuscola through their set. Dean off speed this time. Berger handles. And then, man, they're going to give that to Tuscola. And I was for sure that Block had already set herself under that one to handle the set for the Tigers. Dean came over the net and put one down to the court. They give it to Tuscola. Point Warriors, and then a service error gives it back to the Tigers. 22-10. McClaskey checks in for the Tigers. Young up front for Paris. Young, Berger, and Wells. McClaskey to serve into the back row. Handled by Tuscola. Back set for Dean. Swing too strong. Point Paris. Jaden McClaskey has had a couple of runs from that service line this season. Love to see one here from Jaden. Tuscola is somehow going to get a great swing out of that from Dean. I guess when you have a player for caliber, it's easy to do that. Just get it somewhere close, and they did right there. They had to chase that one from the sideline to get it to Dean. Now the Tigers have it, needing to score. They do just that. Deflected it off the Tuscola block, and then the Warriors were unable to save it. Point Paris. Tuscola 2 away, 23-12. Serve handled. Swing from the near side off of Emily Wells. Out of bounds, point Tuscola. And we've got set point for Tuscola. (24-12). Serve to Minor. Handled. Block. A set for Berger. Gets it across. Dug out by libero of Tuscola. Back row attack. Minor digs, but Berger had to chase it around the side of the net. And it'll be point Tuscola. Set to Tuscola. And they've taken the second one here to tie things up at one set apiece. So, just like the JV contest, we will have a third. And we're going to take a break here on the Paris Sports Network and be back with that third set.
The Paris Sports Network would like to give a big thank you to our affiliate sponsors Dan and Sherry Hutchings, Steve and Lynn Young, Paul and Kathy Porter, Denny and Mary Lou Pine, and Tom and Marnita Stuck.
And here we go, set number 3 of this varsity contest in Tuscola. Your Tigers to serve first. Becca Miner beyond the service line. Sends one to Tuscola. Handled there. Warriors through their offense, and a swing puts one beyond the baseline. Point Paris. Miner's second serve. Good serve from Becca. Handled by Tuscola. They got to get across. Free ball on the way. Wells there. Block is set for Pinkston. A swing. Down on the floor. Point Paris. Big swing, Emma Pinkston. All set up from the serve of Becca Miner. Had Tuscola out of rhythm from the get-go, and it's 2-0 Paris. Miner serve this time. Handled, but it might be another free ball. I floated one up on the swing. Pinkston a swing from the 10-foot line. Handled from the back line, Tuscola. Swing from Dean. Blocked from the Tigers. Borchers can't handle to the court. Point Tuscola. Tigers lead 2-1. Warriors ready to serve for the first time this third set. Dug out by Miner. Block is set. Pinkston a swing to the floor around the block of Tuscola. They sent a double block at her, and again, Pinkston working so far from that side, separated from the net, able to see the entire court, knew right where she was going with it. Put it there, it's 3-1 Paris. Block serving now for the Tigers. Tuscola gets it back over, and it's going to be Point Paris. Got it over to that far side where it's a bit difficult to see in that checkerboard design where that sideline is. That one was too far, and it's 4-1. Block another serve. Swing from Tuscola towards that back line. Would have been close. Might have landed right on the line. Berger went after it. Off of her, Point Tuscola. (4-2), Tigers lead. Serve goes to Berger. Handle there. Block is set. Swing near side Pinkston now. Tuscola handles. Floats one over. Block another set. Borchers this time. Puts one over the block of Tuscola. Tuscola right back. Tigers got to get over. Free ball given up. Tuscola through their offense. Overpass. Pinkston went up to attack, but we're back in rhythm. Tuscola got it back. Here's a swing from Pinkston off the Tuscola block. Handled. Dug out. Set for Dean. A swing off the Tiger block to the floor on the Tiger side. Point Tuscola. Tigers now in their offense. Pushed over by Pinkston. Tuscola had to hustle to get to it. Dean's got to give up a free ball. Dug out by Miner. Here is Pinkston with the swing. Dug out by Tuscola, and then they're unable to get it back over the net. Point for Paris. 5-3 Tiger lead. Pinkston back to serve. Into the back row. Handled there by Tuscola. Left side attack by Dean. Point Paris. Borchers went up for the block. Dean tried to go around her down the line. That would have been a heck of a shot if she connected on that one. She's in and out. Point Paris. Serving to the back row. Tuscola. Here's Dean off the Paris block. Wells and Borchers up that time for the Tigers. Back row attack, Pinkston. Hefty swing. Did we get a tip? We did not. Point Tuscola. Serve from the center of the court by Tuscola. Dugout Minor. Here comes a swing from Berger to the court, but out of bounds. Point for Tuscola. Warriors back within one. It's 6-5, Tiger lead. Serve is an error. Point for Paris. Young checks back into the front line of the Tigers. And Borchers will make way for, looks like Jaden McClaskey. Yes, it is McClaskey. Will head back to serve. 7-5. Tigers lead by 2. McClaskey serving. Into the back row, handled by Tuscola. Back set for Dean. Another slide play, and she sent it long. Point Paris. McClaskey second serve. Looks like 2 Warriors were ready to call it out, and then Wells gets up for the attack, and they're going to call it Paris point. That makes it 9-5. Tiger lead by 4. McClaskey still serving. She sends one into the net. Point Tuscola. Nine 6. Tuscola serving into the back row. Handled by Minor. Set from block. Swing from Berger. Off the block. Down to the court. Point Paris. Ten to 6. Wells back to serve. Good serve, Emily Wells. Dug out by Tuscola. Libero is set. Free ball up. Minor there. To block. Cross court. Berger can't get it off the block. Sends it long. Point for Tuscola. Warriors to serve. 10 to 7 the score. Good serve on a line. Handled by Wells. Block. Gives to Minor. Free ball. Tuscola through their offense. Pushed over. Handled by Block. Minor gets one up in the air. And then nobody there to get it the rest of the way as Young and Berger lack communication. Point Tuscola. 10-8. Another serve on a line. Handled by the Tigers. I think that one was definitely out of bounds. Tuscola saved it anyway. Then they knock it off a Tiger block. Point Tuscola. (10-9). 1 point game. There's a service error. As that was Dean back there serving too, right? Any more of those line drive perfect serves, I'm not so sure she want to be a robot back there hitting that thing as perfectly as she was. Either way, gives it back to Paris. Tigers get it across. Tuscola right back to him. Block across course set. Pinkston pushes one over. Tuscola can't save it. 12-9. Tigers lead by 3. Even on hits like that, the best volleyball players are able to catch the other team out of rhythm. Emma Pinkston able to do that right there. Big swing Tuscola. That ball sat on top of the tape for a second. Now Pinkston will have a swing. Off speed she goes. Floats it over the block, handled by Tuscola. Back to the Tiger side. Block is set. Pinkston, another hit. Off the block to the court. Point Paris. We talked about NCAA volleyball A lot of the kills wind up like that, right? Right off the block to the court. This is big-time volleyball we're watching tonight, folks. Fun to see. Serve from Berger. Handled by Tuscola. Back line attack from Tuscola. Got it across, and then Paris is unable to. Point for the Warriors. (13-10). Race to 15. Must win by 2 here in this third set. Serve goes to the dig of Wells. Set from block, and it went over the net. Tuscola attacked it, got it over, then block swung and put it back on their side. Now Minor a dig. Block is set, and nobody's going to be able to get to that one. Point Tuscola. Tigers had a 3-point cushion before that one. Now they lead by 2. Tuscola serving. Went to Wells. Block is set. Pinkston a swing to the court. Point Paris. And we have match point in Tuscola. Becca Minor will serve. Kristen Borchers back in for the Tigers. Borchers, Pinkston, block up front. Wells and Berger in the back with Minor. Here's a serve, handled by Tuscola. Libero up, free ball coming. Wells to block, a set. Here comes Pinkston off the block, and it's out of bounds. Point for Paris. And that must be the 14th point. Minor still waiting to serve. Let's try it again. Minor serving. Maybe going to 25 here. Tuscola got it back over. And Emily Wells lets it drop out of bounds, but they're going to say, let's see, there we go. Point Paris, out of bounds. Yeah, let's just assume they're going to 25. And we've got a timeout on the court. Tuscola takes it as your Tigers start to extend their lead. It's 16-11. Again, 2 more matches left for your volleyball Tigers. They'll play in 2 nights on Thursday. That'll be a home contest. And again, huge matchup, LIC contest against Marshall. Tigers looking to tie Flora for first place in the LIC, and they would be awarded the championship as co-champs of the conference if they're able to win. So be sure to either tune in or come out to that one, as out of that break, we've got a service error from Becca Minor. Gives it right back to Tuscola. Tigers lead 16-12. Tuscola serving in the back line. Set from block. Swing Pinkston off the block of Tuscola. Paris keeps it going. Has to go up a free ball. But that's fine. Able to save it anyway, but then Tuscola gets the point. Another serve from Tuscola. Handled by Minor. Block to Pinkston. Free ball on the way, but it drops to the court. Point for Paris. Just far enough away from the net that the front line hitters and blockers weren't going to go after it, but short enough to where the back line couldn't get to it. 17-12 now. Borchers pushes one off the block of Tuscola. Warriors get it over. Block is set. Here comes Pinkston. Off speed to the court. Nobody even tried for that one on the Tuscola side. Point Paris. (18-12). Blocked back to serve. Dug out by Tuscola. Set right side attack. Handled by Berger to block. Wells. Now Tuscola through their offense. Pushed over. Minor handles. Here the block is set. Pinkston swing coming off the Tuscola block. Then knocked out of bounds by the Tigers. Point Tuscola. (18-14). Pinkston pushes one over. Tuscola handles. They'll give up a free ball now. Berger up to block to Pinkston. Tries to float one over the net. Couldn't. And it'll be point Tuscola. Berger's pass up to block, I think, led Peyton a little too far into the net. And then Peyton set did the same to Emma. And just out of system were the Tigers. That's what gave Tuscola the point. Tigers with it on offense. Now again, after a one touch from Tuscola. Berger a flat-footed swing. Got it across. Handled by Tuscola. Swing from Borchers. Blocked by Tuscola. Now block going for that deep corner. Can't get to it. Tuscola handles. Dig there from Sarah Berger. Wells gets it over, but a violation double hit called on, I think it was called on Peyton Block. Point Tuscola. (18-16). Tigers handle. Set for Pinkston. A swing. Tuscola there. Dean pushes one over to Pinkston. Block is set. Pinkston swing off speed. Handled by Tuscola. Dean gives up a free ball. Berger up to block. Back set Wells. A swing over the block of Tuscola. Handled by the back line. Here's a set and a pushed across by the Warriors. Minor there for the Tigers this time. Swing from Pinkston to the court. Point Paris. And a big yell from Coach Christy Pinkston as Emma heads back to the service line. (19-16). Pinkston serves, handled by Tuscola. Cross court set and a swing off the Tiger block by Dean. Point Tuscola. (19-17). Tigers lead by 2. Serve to Berger. Here's Borchers off a Warrior. Now is set by Tuscola. Swing into the net. Attacking air. Point Paris. McClaskey will check back in, as will Kendra Young. And we got a discussion on the far side. The Tiger players are headed towards the bench. I think we've got a timeout called by Coach Pinkston. Try to watch some of the replay and see. A discussion might have been about substitution. Maybe it was just asking for a timeout before or after that sub was made. Both officials having a conversation now at the stand as Paris breaks their huddle of that timeout. 20-17 your score. Tigers will serve. Emma Pinkston beyond the service line. Oh, sorry. Jada McClaskey beyond the service line. McClaskey to serve. Into the back line she goes. Handled by Tuscola. Dean gets it across. Now Berger does the same for the Tigers. Tuscola through their offense. Back set. Dean a swing. Out of bounds. Was it tipped? They're going to say it was. Point Tuscola. Minor will come back in for McClaskey. It's 20-18. Tigers lead by 2. Tuscola serving. Warrior serve goes into the back row. Handled by Miner. Swing from Berger. Off the Tuscola block. To the court. Point Paris. (21-18). Emily Wells serving. Serving in the back row. Free ball on the way. Wells. Block. Cross court set. Berger. Swing. And out of bounds. Point Tuscola. Too strong from Berger. That makes it 21-19. Get a slick spot wiped up off the floor here before we resume play. Again, 21-19 here in the third set. It's a race to 25. Win by 2. Serve on a line, out of bounds. That was Dean. Service error. Point Paris. Sarah Berger to serve. Berger into the back row. Handled by Tuscola. Pushed over the block of Kendra Young. Berger floats one to the back corner. Mishandled by Tuscola. Point Paris. 23-19. Timeout called by Tuscola. Nothing fancy there from Sarah Berger. Watching the replay, she knew where she was hitting that the entire time. And Warriors just couldn't handle it. Knocked one up into the air that went further back than they needed it to be. Nobody else could reach it. Point Paris. They've run the serve back. It's 23-19. Tigers looking for 2 more. Berger serving into the back row. Handled by Tuscola. Pushed over by the Warriors. Handled by Wells. Block is set for Pinkston. Off a Warrior. Then she goes right back up for it. Knocks it down on the floor. Point Paris. Match point Paris. Tuscola this time begging for Emma being over the net. I do not agree with them at all there. Emma shows her vert a couple times in a row, and the Tigers look to win it here. Berger a serve, handled by Tuscola. Cross-court set, we're going to get a free ball. Tigers, Miner underneath of it. Gives to block. Cross-court set. Swing from Pinkston to the floor. Down for the match. Tigers win it. Tigers win the match 2-1. 2 big-time plays there from Emma Pinkston to end it. Clean sets from Peyton Block set that last point up. And your Tigers continue this hot streak that they've been riding. Their 8th win in a row. This one coming against a strong Tuscola team. And that will lead your Tigers into a home contest on Thursday against Marshall. And then their final match of the season next Wednesday, a week from tomorrow, in Crispin. Again, that Thursday contest could very well put a number up on the volleyball banner here at Paris High School. If the Tigers are able to win that one, they will earn at least a share of the Little Illini Conference Championship. That would be a share with the Flora Wolf Gals. So we'll continue to keep an eye on their scores. But if the Tigers are able to win on Thursday night against Marshall, then they will be presented a championship plaque for the Little Illini Conference. Speaking of the Little Illini Conference, we'll go to their website now and see if we can check in on any of their volleyball scores As soon as I can get that pulled up, we'll take a look. Thank you, everyone, for joining us here on the Parasports Network tonight. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you really enjoyed those 2 match points that were called in that third set, even though there was really only one. So I know I did. Really good practice for that 25th point when we were just as excited about the 15th point. So thanks for hanging with me in on that one, and appreciate you joining us on the Parasports Network. And thank you all of our sponsors that make this possible. Been a busy school year so far, and I know we've all enjoyed bringing these games, whether it be basketball or football or volleyball now, right? And moving into softball and baseball season, both of those starting on Saturday. So taking a look now at other LIC games yesterday. Take a look at those. KZ beat Robinson 2-1, which bit of a surprise to me. Olney beat Marshall 2-1, so Marshall was able to get one set against Olney. Another little surprise there to me, I think. Newton beat Red Hill 2-0, and then Flora beat Lawrenceville. I was going to announce the Flora score yesterday, and then I pulled it up and saw that they won the first set 25-1, and I thought, well, I'll just let everybody check on their own time. We're trying to be happy tonight after that win last night against Hudsonville. A Hudsonville team that impressed me. That few girls on there, you could tell, been around the sport a lot, and a few really good athletes. Everything tonight is non-LIC play. Then on Thursday, obviously your Tigers host Marshall. KZ travels to Lawrenceville. Newton hosts Robinson. And Olney travels to Flora. So, again, for the final time, if Paris wins, they've earned a share of the LIC championship. That doesn't mean we can't stop rooting against Flora. We can cheer for Olney one more time and hope that Olney beats Flora so Paris can have the championship outright. But either way, we'd love to see you on Thursday night if you're able to attend that match. Otherwise, we will be broadcasting that here on the Parasports Network. So not sure if there will be announcers or commentators of that, but you can bet you'll be able to see the video on our YouTube stream. So be sure to tune in to that, sign up for notifications so you're ready when it's go time. Tonight we started a little early in Tuscola, so hope you're able to catch as much as you wanted to, and hopefully you stayed around for that whole show. That was a heck of a high school volleyball match we just watched. So with that being said, I think that wraps it up for this evening, and thank you for joining us. One final time, I'm Clay Best, signing off here on the Parasports Network. Have a good night.
You've been listening to Paris Tiger Sports on the Paris Sports Network, brought to you by White Sheet Metal Heating and Air Conditioning, Lot 50 Brewing, Church Insurance Agency, Cargill Dry Corn Ingredients, Diamond Brothers Insurance, Ingram Waste Disposal, Seed Solutions, Allied IFS, Country Financial, Lake Ridge Christian Church, State Farm Insurance Agent Terry Elliston, Eagle Ridge Golf Course, Diamond Financial Consultants, Soleil Body Salon, Great Heart Seed, and our affiliate sponsors, Dan and Sherry Hutchings, Steve and Lynn Young, Paul and Kathy Porter, Denny and Mary Lou Pine, Tom and Marnita Stuck, Doc and Donna Moody, Jeff and Stephanie Moody at Moody Farms, Chad and Stephanie Crampton, and Mark, Amy, Salem, and Sarah Isa.